came by today to see you. Oh, I had to let you know. If I knew the last time that I held you was the last time, I'd have held you and never let go. Oh, it's kept me awake nights wondering. I lie in the dark just asking why. I've always been told you won't be called home until it's your time. I guess heaven was needing a hero, somebody just like you, brave enough to stand up for what you believe and follow it through. When I try to make it make sense in my mind, the only conclusion I come to is that heaven was needing a hero like I remember the last time I saw you. Oh, you held your head up proud. I laughed inside when I saw how you were standing out in the crowd. You're such a part of who I am. Now that part will just be void. No matter how much I need you now, heaven needed you more. 'Cause heaven was needing a hero, somebody just like you, brave enough to stand up for what you believe and follow it through. When I try to make it make sense in my mind, the only conclusion I come to is that heaven was needing a hero like you. Yes, heaven was needing a hero, and that's you.
On November 11th at 7:17 a.m., we lost someone dear to all of us. Someone who fought the toughest fight but unfortunately succumbed to. Brian was the toughest man I have ever known. No matter what life threw at him, he faced it head on and kept a strong face for everyone around him. He was so strong it took 2 cancers, blood clots, and a bladder infection to finally take him. Today we honor that man and his strength. I would like to start off with a poem. When I come to the end of the road and the sun has set for me, I want no rights in a gloom-filled room. Why cry for a soul set free? Miss me a little, but not for long, and not with your head bowed low. Remember the love that we once shared. Miss me, but let me go. For this journey that we all must take, and each of us must go alone, it's all part of the master plan, a step on the road to home. When you are lonely and sick at heart, go to the friends we know, and bury your sorrows in doing some good deeds. Miss me, but let me go. Today we are gathered to remember an amazing man, Brian. Even growing up, Brian was a serious type of person. At least more serious than I was. As a kid, he loved fishing, camping, sports, and doing rough and tumble kind of stuff. He was a boy's boy. All his love as a kid transferred over to his loves as an adult, especially the outdoor stuff. Growing up wasn't as easy for Brian, but we always had each other. From the time I beat up a kid picking on him in elementary to the time he stepped in to even the odds, we always had each other's back, except for when it came to our disagreements. There was one time I was babysitting him and we were wrestling as boys do, and I accidentally hurt him, so he went and got his baseball bat, and I told him, well, you only had one shot. So he dropped the bat and I picked it up and he ran to his room and locked the door for the rest of the night. When Mom came home and asked me how the night was, I said, pretty quiet. And it always seems when our great Uncle Don came to visit, we always got into a fist fight. And everyone was waiting for that day the two of us go at it as adults. But we aged and it just seemed petty to do that sort of thing. Although I still think I could take him. When he was a teenager, he met his childhood sweetheart, who would later on marry. While living in Kelowna, he had a beautiful boy and took on responsibility of raising a newborn on his own. Coming back to Lethbridge, he met back up with Amber, and they started their own amazing family after getting married in 2005. Brian did all sorts of work, but mostly loved running and working beside heavy machinery. He even took a break from that and got his second-year culinary under his belt with the intention of one day in finishing and becoming a chef. He was a hard-working and passionate man. Even though he was a rugged outdoorsman who liked to fish, hunt, camp, and pass on his knowledge of the outdoors to his kids, he was a huge geek. Loved sci-fi, Lord of the Rings, board games, and especially D&D. A guy who couldn't fail a roll once cut off the head of a guard captain while trying to escape and used the same head to kill an archer on the wall because he had no ranged weapons. I know most of you don't know what I'm talking about, but that was Brian. And in our D&D groups, there'll always be a Bob the Barbarian. I could stay up here all day with the amount of memories I have of my brother, but I know he would hate a long drawn-out eulogy, so I'll end with this. He loved everyone in his life. He loved the freedom of the outdoors, loved his family to the moon and back, and will be missed as fiercely as he lived his life. Love you, Brian. Rest easy now. Before I open the floor to others that may want to share their memories and stories of him, some people reached out online. So on their behalfs, I'm going to read some of them to you guys. From Tom Whitehead. I remember the time at Tom's bachelor party when we were having dinner. We were giving Brian a hard time because he had a bout of Bell's palsy and he only talked one side of his face. We were never sure if he was laughing or going to punch us, but with his sense of humor, he found all of it hilarious. Whenever Talk Like a Pirate Day comes around, I'll always remember you. Rest easy, Brian, my brother from another mother. Love you. Oh my God, Amber, my condolences to you and your family. I didn't know him long, but it was always a pleasure to have met him and to have those memories at the dog park. I remember the day he was at the park and having a really good day, and we were joking around talking about fishing with my nephew. God bless you all. Godspeed. Ken. Amber, I'm so sorry to hear about Brian. He was a great man. If there's anything I could do, let me know, Alan. I don't have any words, and I'm sure you've heard everything already, so sorry for your children. Brian was a good one. James. I just saw your post on Facebook. I'm very sorry to hear Brian's passing. My thoughts and hugs are with you and the kids. I think I have older pics of Brian when we lived in Kelowna. I will see if I could find them and send them to you. He was a very dear friend and such a genuine man. I am so happy that you found him in his life. Lexi. Hey, Amber, I think the first time I met Brian, we were both chosen to go to Tim Hortons Children's Camp in Ontario. We met on the plane and never been on a plane before. Then going on a small plane to a huge jet, it was so cool experience. We had a ton of fun. On that trip, then we lost touch. Till I met him at Watson. Anyway, just wanted to share that. I'm really sorry for your loss. My heart goes out to your family. I will be keeping you in my prayers as well. Brad. So I'll open up the floor to anybody that wants to come up and share a memory with Brian or a story of Brian. Just come up and say your piece.
Hello there. My name is James. I worked with Brian at the hospital. I've known Brian for probably about, I want to say 5 or 6 years now. Brian was a really good fishing buddy of mine and hunting as well. I used to take him out to the trailer and we used to go ice fishing quite a bit. I wanted to share a quick story that me and my friend that's here today, we were out ice fishing at Jensen one time. And unbeknown to me, I didn't realize that Brian had an ailment. So I was like, Brian, would you mind going back to the truck and getting something? And the walk back to the truck consisted of about 20 stairs all the way back up to the landing. And like I said, unbeknown to me and Brian's illness, I was just like, Brian, can you get up to the truck? Can you go get the stuff for us? And then my buddy is like, whoa, let's just hold on. I'll go get the stuff because like Brian might not be feeling the best today. So Brian will be very, very missed. I actually got the chance to go see Brian in St. Mike's before he left us. And we were chatting in the room, and I said, I want to try and get you out ice fishing one more time, and it'd be an absolute honor to get out and do it one more time with you, Brian. But obviously life had different decisions and ideas for us. But I just wanted to come up and say how much we're going to miss Brian. He was a great fishing buddy, great hunting buddy. And yeah, just going to really miss Brian. He was a great dude, really great guy. Thank you.
there's no more, we have presented a slideshow that we would like to play for you now.
There are days when living seems harder than it should, when it's hard to see the good in what has happened. And on those days I tell myself that nothing lasts forever, that pain will come and go, but I'll be standing. Don't let the darkness take you and cast you down and break you. You're stronger than you think you are. You are strong enough to live this life. Just take it one day at a time. You may dream of taking exactly what you want, of handily confronting all your problems. But problems never break themselves in easy little pieces. They hang just like a cloud that keeps on raining. And I wish that I could tell you, or shake you and compel you to walk out in the rain and say that I am strong enough to live this life. Just take it one day at a time. It won't be easy, and you wonder how you made it this far, but you did, and you did it one day at a time. Oh, you did it one day at a time.
Turn out for the best and always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. Hey, always look on the bright side of life. Come on. Always look on the bright side of life. For life is quite absurd, and death's the final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your scene, give the audience a grin. Enjoy it, it's your last chance anyhow.
An early riser, always on timer, a backbreaker, giver not a taker, made sure nothing was missing, so we could have everything you didn't. A patient teacher, strong, steady leader, firm handshaker, never met a stranger, tough as steel, hard to go. It took a while, but now I know all the little life lessons, but you never expected a thank you, a pat on the back. You did what you did, no questions asked. I could never say enough. Through the downs and the ups, you carried the weight so we'd have a good life. Raised us with love so we could fly. Anyone else would call you Superman, but I just call you Dad.
can't believe that you got me in a suit and tie. I had to take a pull so I wouldn't cry. You got a line out the church door saying goodbye. Yeah, I believe them when they say you're in a better place. You had a wild side, but you had amazing grace. I know you're way off up in them clouds, but if you could still hear me right now, I hope you hit those ghost streets on two wheels. I hope your mansion in the sky's got a 10-acre field with some mud and some hubs you can lock in. Make some thunder, make them wonder how you got in. How'd you beer, how'd you clear from the man upstairs? Crank it loud, hold it down till I get there. And when I do, I hope you got some new stories to tell. Till then, give heaven some hell. I bet you're looking for a crew like we had. Bunch of noise-making boys that like to live fast. Burning rubber in a parking lot. Man, I don't know if the other side's ready or not, but I hope you hit those ghost streets on two wheels. I hope your mansion in the sky's got a 10-acre field with some mud and some hubs you can lock in. Make some thunder, make them wonder how you got in. How'd you beer, how'd you clear from the man upstairs? Crank it loud, hold it down till I get there. And when I do, I hope you got some new stories to tell. Till then, give heaven some hell. I was there when you raised your hand, heads bowed, singing just as I am. Walking that aisle, praying that prayer. Man, it ain't right, but if you gotta be there, I hope you hit those ghost streets on two wheels. Hope your mansion in the sky's got a 10-acre field with some mud and some hubs you can lock in. Make some thunder, make them wonder how you got in. How'd you beer, how'd you clear from the man upstairs? Crank it loud, hold it down till I get there. And when I do, I hope you got some new stories to tell. Till then, give heaven some hell. I was there when you raised your hand. I'm singing just as I am. Man, it ain't right, man, it ain't fair. I'll see you again, but till then, give heaven some hell.
Right to the end. So this will conclude our service today in memory of Brian. But we'll be having a light supper at the Sandman Signature in the Anton's Ballroom. Hope you guys all can make it, and we could be able to share and stories of him and memories and just congregate together. So, thank you all for coming.
Well, I know you're up in heaven, but damn, it hurts like hell. 'Cause I'd just be pretending if I said anything else. And I know God don't make mistakes, but this sure feels like one. That won't change the facts, that won't bring you back. So I'll cry 'cause it's over, and smile because we had you. Packed a whole lot of living even though it ended all too soon. And in time I'll start healing, but even when I get that feeling, No matter where I go or what I do, I'll never not remember you. Thank God for all the memories and pictures on my phone. They don't fill the empty, but I feel less alone. And I know you're with the angels, right where you belong. 'Cause you were one to us, you left a legacy of love. So I'll cry 'cause it's over, and smile because we had you. Packed a whole lot of living even though it ended all too soon. And in time I'll start healing, but even when I get that feeling, no matter where I go or what I do, I'll never not remember you. You lighten up a whole room like that. You made us think, made us feel, made us all laugh. You always giving that shirt off your back. I miss you bad, I miss you bad. So I'll cry 'cause it's over, and smile because we had you. Packed a whole lot of living even though it ended all too soon. And in time I'll start healing, but even when I get that feeling, no matter where I go or what I do, I'll never not remember you. Oh, I promise you, I'll never not remember